So how do we apply the idea of critical thinking in a Jewish classroom or environment? If we break down how our students think into specific types of behaviors, we can create engaging and diverse learning experiences. Fortunately, there is a practical model that can help us. It's called Bloom's Taxonomy. It's a way to classify how we think and learn. The taxonomy consists of 6 types of thinking skills arranged in a hierarchical manner, from simplest to most complex. The presentation you're about to see is a Prezi, a presentation platform that we learned about last week that was created by a Palm Beach County Jewish educator named Stephanie Wollner. My narration is based on what she created. Bloom's taxonomy was developed by an educator, Benjamin Bloom, in 1956. It was revised in 2000. When we think about the skills that are illustrated in this hierarchy, we are able to help students develop higher order thinking skills. In other words, critically think about what they are learning. The lowest or simplest level of thinking is remembering and recall. When students are able to describe, list, and name, they're showing us that they're remembering. To assess what they remember, we ask these types of questions. What is the order of? How many? Who was it that? The idea is to ask questions that measure what they recall based on the subject matter that we're teaching. Activities and products can include reciting prayers, singing songs, listing activities, labeling objects. So this is remembering. The next level is understanding. This is when students summarize, compare, and explain. They show us that they understand by doing these types of activities. We ask these types of questions to measure understanding. How you explain, what's the main idea, why did, what might happen next, what is an example of. Again, the idea is for them to explain to us things so that we know what they actually understand. These are types of activities that we can ask our students to do, writing a summary, making a cartoon. You can already see that a lot of these activities link to other examples or other aspects of what we call the 4 C's of creativity and collaboration. From understanding, we go to applying. When students implement and use information, they show us that they can apply. In other words, they're doing. We ask them what is another holiday, so we're asking them to compare as well. What questions would you ask? How could you use? An example of activities are preparing an invitation to a tikkun leil Shavuot, constructing a model of the Second Temple, finding photos online, taking them, displaying them to show what they've learned, writing a diary or a blog entry. The next level, analyzing. Students compare, organize, and arrange in sequence. They show they can analyze. It's a little deeper. It's a little deeper in understanding the material and showing us what they know about the material and how to use the material. Ask questions like similarity and compare and contrast. What are some of the problems? What part of the holiday would you eliminate? It's an example of critical thinking, of looking at things not at face value. Activities include illustrating or diagramming, creating categories, reporting or presentation. From analyzing, we get into evaluating, okay? When students hypotheses, critique, check and judge, they're showing us that they can evaluate. In other words, they're taking that next step from applying what they're learning to taking that and beginning to change it and to investigate it a little bit deeper. How do you justify? What changes would you recommend? These are the types of questions that we would want to ask our students. Activities would include writing a letter or email to the rabbi expressing your opinion about something that is happening at the service, having a debate, holding a mock trial. In Purim, you could have a mock trial for Haman. Summarizing a text. By summarizing a text, the students are taking the information and putting it in their own words, rating on a scale as well. From evaluating, we go to the highest level, creating. When students design, plan, construct an event, they show that they can create. Questions for creating: what would happen if? How many ways can you do this? What would be an addition? The idea is the students are taking that next step. They're taking everything that they've learned, all the lower levels of understanding and of learning, and creating something new. Um, they're writing a song, writing a prayer, making a game, adding a ritual. This was a very quick explanation of what Bloom's taxonomy is. There are a lot of resources that you can go online to find to learn more about how this paradigm works. Below this window where this video is being presented, you're going to see two links associated with Bloom's taxonomy. One is called 70 plus web tools organized for Bloom's digital taxonomy. These are online tools for those of you interested in utilizing technology in the classroom. The other link is called Bloom's Taxonomy Resources, which is a basket full of resources, whether it's digital, whether it's analog, whether it's all different ways of understanding how to use Bloom's taxonomy. It also has examples of the older Bloom's taxonomy and the newer Bloom's taxonomy. The purpose of this class was to explore together new ways to teach an old but vital subject, living Jewishly all year round. Holidays connect us with our heritage and our values. It's vital that we successfully engage our students. This is how we will ensure that there will be a Jewish tomorrow. Our students learn differently today than they did in previous generations. Their brains are wired differently. The way they interact with the world is shaped by technology and their environment. As teachers, we need to be aware of this and craft our teaching with this in mind. I hope this course helped guide you in that direction. We're at the end of our time learning together. I hope that this experience has helped to give you more tools for your pedagogical toolbox. I know I learned from you. I hope you've learned from each other. I hope they've helped you in your journey. It's been a pleasure and honor learning with you. I hope you can do this again. Please remember to fill out the post-course survey, the way we can improve courses in the future. If you have any feedback from me regarding anything regarding the class, including the way the course was set up, please email me at peteck18@gmail.com. I would love any feedback, hopefully constructive. And again, thank you so much for letting me work with you and learn with you. Shalom ulehitraot.